Hello, fellow TIs. This is Targeted in Michigan. Stephanie Struble coming to you. See this car right here? This is one of the gang stalking pukes. His name is Jesse James, okay? He's a criminal, a thief, got a record a mile long. He's got an old rusty van gang stalking paid him with, huh? Look what his brother's sporting, just to screw with little old me. Boy, I must be worth a shit. You pay some deadbeat like this a nice little car, okay? This son of a bitch here, he don't even work, okay? He stays at home, he makes more babies, and his little old lady will go to work part-time, see? His dredges a society like that that make people like me, I gotta go to work to feed a no good rotten son of a bitch. Every night of my life, good old Jerry Yeiter is his name. He's the one that's planned and orchestrated and carrying out this gang stalking every day of my life. And again, I can't get away because every time I send an email to get a place to live, his whacked out daughter, who lives right behind us, mind you, and is obsessed with Jerry Yeiter, ex-wife Kathy Carr, okay? She's involved in this too, like she did to Jerry's other wife, Cassie. And Thomas Brenner, where his mama owns the campground next door. He says he owns it with her, but I don't know how some 20-some-year-old guy, at the time she bought it, paid for her, or even applied for a $600,000 mortgage and got approved with no job. That's pretty damn good, isn't it? I said, but he claims he owns half of that campground, but, you know, that's his story. But, you know, this stalking pays good. Okay, you guys all seem to think that these pukes are just getting paid with gift cards. No, they are not. As you see in that car that's parked in my driveway. See, Jerry does this every night to me with no break, okay? Last night it was that nasty-ass Donald Uphouse, who's allergic to a bar soap. He is so nasty. You literally can see gobs of axle grease in his hair, and he even goes to bed that way, okay? And he don't even have a driver's license. And all the cops around here knows he don't have a driver's license. But hey, they let him drive anyways. Anything to stalk me and harass me. Well, because these losers are so jealous of me, they have seen to it I have lost every single job. Now, my wonderful son, my one and only son, who's greatly involved in this stalking, that's why I think there's got to be some money involved that he got his hands on with all these fake people lying and making these fake videos, okay? He's quite involved in this too. When I was working for Lyft, I really loved that job. I just got a brand new phone that the stalkers hadn't been into yet. So what they do, they used my son. He said, Mom, I need your number. I need your number. I said, I don't want to give you my number. I don't want Jerry to have it. I won't give it to Jerry. So I gave him my new phone number. He hung up from me and called Jerry immediately. I'm talking within a minute, guys. Within a minute. This is my own son. Okay? 4 days later, I lost my job with Lyft. Okay, now here I am, working for a food delivery system. Hadn't been working for him maybe a week, okay? And it started on day 2. I went to pick up a pizza. He said, do you have a pizza bag? He knew I didn't have a pizza bag. I said, no, I don't have a pizza bag. Well, I can't let you take it. I said, well, the company I work for, they didn't say nothing about that. I've never had a problem like this in my life working for these people. I said, I'll give them a call. He goes, well, you're not taking the pizza without a bag. And I said, okay, sir, well, can I buy a bag? How much is a pizza bag? $20. I said, well, can I buy one? He turned around and goes, well, do you have the money? I looked at myself, that's quite an insult. I wouldn't have asked you if I could buy one if I didn't have some money. So, it kind of pissed him off, you know. He had to go ahead and give me a pizza bag, and I got to make a delivery, but they've been setting up and trying to get me fired since the second day that I started this job. Like, there's this job downtown, there's a restaurant downtown Ann Arbor called Avalon something on Liberty. Okay, I show up there, and every time you're doing food delivery, the bags have got to be either stapled shut or sealed shut with tape, you know. Everybody else's bags will be stapled shut, but mine. I had 5 pickups from that same restaurant that day. And every time I went to that restaurant to get just my order was the only one that wasn't stapled shut or sealed shut so that it could be delivered properly. Okay, so that's one thing they've already done. Day 3, next thing I know, I got logged off. Like, you can take a 30-minute break if you want to get gas or whatever. Well, I didn't log it off. Somebody logged me off, and I was unable to get it back on myself. All right? So I just said, well, piss on it. I just logged completely off and went home, and I made a report to the company. They said that they aren't seeing any of that in their records. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is every big corporation, okay, like what you see, what they just done to Trump, whether you like Trump or not, I don't care, okay? Who you like, who you don't like, I don't care, okay? The moral of the story is here, big business runs this world, okay? They're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to get away with it, as you've seen. Put all of America up in arms, and it doesn't matter. I mean, for Twitter, to just log Trump right off, and Facebook, log him right off. I mean, that's pretty low, guys. Like I said, I don't care if you like Trump or not. It doesn't matter. It's just the issue, okay? And it doesn't matter which one of these companies, one of these gig workers, okay? Doesn't matter which one, everyone I work with. Things will go good for maybe a week. Maybe a week. And then the shit starts. A lot of times, I just blame it on the stalkers, And most of the time it is the stalkers. Because they get into your phone. They run your phone as if your phone is right in their hands. All right? And, of course, the cops. You can call the police and call the police and call the police and call the police. These telephones here of ours, you got some hard evidence inside these cell phones, guys. Hard evidence, I'm telling you. Okay, but the cops won't make a report. Why is that? Because that's where all the evidence exists. And they'll have to bust them. Not only will they have to bust them, but all the police force, they'll come up, show up in that app as well. Because the police are bigger stalkers than the losers, like the Jesse James back there, like them losers, who refuse to go to work and get a job and function in normal society. It's our police that are doing it to us more than anything. So now that I've gotten this new job, like I said, I've started out day 2, no pizza bag, bag's not stapled shut. I know what they pulled. One day they said I got an order, so I accepted the order. I went to Popeyes to pick it up. You don't know much until you get there, right? And it says slide once you arrive. So I slid the thing over once I arrived. Come to find out, that order they gave me was 1 hour old. And it came in at 11:54, and it was like 11:54. It was like 10 minutes after 1. Of course they didn't have the order. Of course they didn't have it. So that isn't a stalker doing it, you guys. That's the company itself pulling this shit. See? So obviously, the minute that I started working for this gig company here, one of the stalkers, or local FBI probably, which is the stalkers, probably called up that company, told them who I was, what I drive, and I've been accepted to drive on their platform, and to get ready to pull their stalking bullshit. And so here I go again. They're doing their best to try to see to it that I stay unemployed, and it really pisses them off, because as soon as they make me lose one job, I go get another. I just go get another, I just do everything that I can, you guys, to keep working, no matter what they do to me. See? Because what they've done to me is, see, I lost my son. Okay, God bless his soul. So they went and told everybody that I'm on drugs and I'm cutting up people. And every time I turn around and look, there's these great big huge knives with like old blood on them, or a saw like you saw a tree with, I've seen some of them rusty son of bitches on the property. And they make these fake videos. Let me tell you what, they didn't get them all off my phone in time until I finally figured what they were doing and how they were doing it. Of course, all that is Google software, right? All of it is. So yeah, I finally figured out, how they're doing these videos, and that's what they're doing to you guys, and that's why your family don't talk to you. But, you guys, I want to get your guys' opinion. I want everybody who listens to this to give me an answer. Now, my son, who has stalked me heavily, also tried to get me committed into the nut board. Now, it didn't stick, of course, because they said, what are you doing in here? You don't belong in here. I said, well, you know what? I don't even want to get into it. I think that they were baiting me, to see what I was going to say. But I'm too smart for them. I just refused to play the damn game, you know. But anyways, they said, why don't you just go ahead and sign yourself in? That way he can't keep you in on a court order. And then you can just go ahead and go on home. So that's exactly what happened. All right, it's exactly what happened. So there's my son who tried to commit me, okay, with a bunch of damn lies, I'm sure. You know, I raised him better than that. I know he has his issues, don't we all? But I didn't think he turned into a pathological liar. But I was wrong, okay? So I think there's a shitload of money out there that these no good rotten bastards got their hands on. I mean, wouldn't you at this point of the game, I guess? Wouldn't you? So there's my son who tried to commit me, okay, into the nut ward with his lies. Oh, 1 year at Christmas time, he showed up, got out of his car, walked in the house, held his phone in his hand with that surveillance system that they don't have running inside the house. He walked right inside the house, held the phone up in the air, said, Mom, you're on drugs, you're on drugs. I was mopping the damn floor. I go, oh, well, Merry Christmas to you too. I said, put the mop down, I got in my car, and I took off, okay? Every time I turn around, he's doing something like that. And here it is, 4.5 years into this. I told him I'd like to come over and see him. We don't talk much, you know. And I keep trying to give him another chance. And every time I give him another chance, he pulls more shit, okay? Like last week, I went to see him. And I knocked on his door and went to walk in, you know, because he knew I was out there. And he goes, wait a minute, Mom, wait a minute. And I said, what? Well, maybe he ain't fully dressed. You know, he is an adult, grown man, right? Maybe he's not dressed. Oh, no. I went in there and I sat down at the kitchen table, looked around. He had these giant knives, really long chef-type knives, sitting on his coffee table in the living room. These knives had to be a good, a foot long, probably 2-3 inches wide, that a chef would use to, well, you guys, I don't know the names of different knives in the kitchen, I don't. But anyways, these knives were huge. Okay, there weren't some little steak knife that you'd use to cut up a steak, or a little Perry knife or anything like that. No, these knives were huge. So I didn't say anything, you know. After I saw them, I got extremely pissed off. And when I went to leave, I said, what's with the knives on the coffee table in the middle of the living room? He had the nerve to say to me, well, Mom, I was cutting up a salad. I go, oh, okay, all right. That's what you're going to give me? Cut it? Yeah, well, I was. What do you think I was doing, Mom? I said, fucking with me. It's exactly what you're doing. And so he wants me to believe that a single man who doesn't cook at home, gets all of his food to eat, he picks it up before he goes home. He wants me to believe that he made himself a custom salad in the middle of the living room and not in the kitchen where he's got a garbage disposal in his sink. And, you know, that's what a kitchen is for, right? For cooking and stuff. He wants me to believe that he drug the lettuce and all the stuff into the living room on his coffee table. And there wasn't nothing there but beer cans. There wasn't no lettuce debris around or a piece of cheese, or, you know what I mean? There was no evidence to see that there was any fruit or vegetables cut up at that table. So, he's another one of the freaks that goes and makes these horrible videos of me. Fake videos. Like I said, they got my voice. They got his apartment. I know for sure he's got something running inside of there because I busted his ass one day. I went and bought a brand new cell phone. This was a couple years ago. And I showed up, didn't stay long. And then when I come home, just for the hell of it, I got into a brand new Google account that I just made 10 minutes before I came to his house. It's a brand new Google account. Well, after I left his place and come on home, I noticed my Google account was tapped into from his apartment with Google hot words. What are Google hot words, you guys? What do they do with these hot words? Does anybody know? Can you guys help me with that? What are Google hot words? I know they're using these words to form their fake videos. Like I said, they type in what they want their video to say, and then they use your voice to carry out with. And they, you know, their surveillance system is running all day long, and they stop it. And that's where they buy a video from Amazon or whatever, of somebody going crazy or shooting up dope or whatever they're making you out to be. That's when they go ahead and they, you know, put them right into that video. And like I told you, they blur it out. He said, well, I think it's Steph. No, I didn't know. I know Steph wouldn't do that. That's definitely her voice. It's got to be Steph, right? So that's what they do to make themselves convincing that you're crazy or that you're doing this or you're doing that. Okay, like I said, I'm 4 years, 4.5 into this. And my son, who's done so much to hurt me, and so many lies he's told, and all the destruction he has done to me. 4.5 years later, I come over to his place, and there was 2 giant knives on the coffee table. Big, huge, giant knives. You know, you guys, he's the only son I got left, so that's pretty hard to let go. But I truly, I can't do it no more. I've tried to love, I've tried to forgive, because everybody that's in this program say that, you know, they program your family's mind too, and so your family don't realize what they're doing. They realize what the fuck they're doing. I want you to know that. But anyways, they say they don't feel empathy. You know, I believe that. I believe that. Because for my son to do that to his own mother, that's pretty sickening if you ask me. You know that? Really sickening. Oh, that reminds me of another thing he just did. He told me that day that was over, that he just paid off his car. He could drive free for a while. Of course, as a mother, I was happy for him. He's got a good paying job. He's doing very good in life, you know. So I was happy for him. Well, I wrecked my Honda. I totaled it. Hit a big deer out here. And he was told me that he was going to go buy a new Toyota truck. So I said to him, I said, hey, when are you going to buy a truck? He goes, why? Why are you wondering, Mom? I said, well, I got to buy another vehicle. Yours only has 20,000 on it. It's like brand new. I might as well buy yours for 7,000 instead of some other piece of shit off a lot somewhere. That'd be a better buy for me. He said, well, I don't know. I owe 15 on it. Did you guys get that? I owe 15 on it. Now, he just told me when I was over for the weekend that it was all paid off and he was happy. He was going to get his new Toyota truck. But when I tried to buy his car, I didn't ask him to give me shit, because I know the way he treats me, which is absolutely horrible, okay? I know he wouldn't give me nothing, nor would I ask for anything. He's, you know, I'm his mom, goddamn. He works hard for his money. I wouldn't want to ever take anything from him. Of course, I offered to buy it from him. I wouldn't want to take advantage of my own son. But for him to come outright lie and tell me he owes 15 on it. See, so he's doing everything possible, too, to see to it that I can't work. He's all working with these stalkers to keep me unemployed, keep me miserable, keep me looking like I'm dysfunctional, crazy, can't work, just like all the other pukes that are in this program that are stalking me and drunk from morning to night, okay? So I want you guys to vote. Would you continue your relationship with him, or would you just walk on? Because I'm not going to fight and argue with him, okay? Because if something ever happened in life, I'm not going to have my last words be bad ones. I don't like that. You know that? So I'll walk away quietly. And that's what I like to do. So if it was your son, what would you do, guys? Should I keep on trying to love him and trying to mend the relationship? Or should I just walk on? I really would appreciate your guys' vote. In the meantime, please pray to God for me that maybe I can stay employed, because these pukes are tracking me all over town. It's crazy, man. Not only are they stalking me all over town, now they're really trying to kill me hard. I mean, they literally have run me off the road in the last week on the expressway. And in Michigan, the speed limit is 70 miles an hour. These people have ran me off the road doing 70 miles an hour 3 times last week. 3 times, okay? Not to mention Jerry Yiter's directed energy weapon on his pole barn hitting me. That thing's programmed for my DNA, so wherever I move, it follows me. I videoed it. So he's got me, you know, he's cooking me, all my teeth out of my head with radiation, killing me that way, and the cops won't help. Running my telephones, the cops won't help. Oh, it's another thing. T-Mobile, as soon as I pay my bill, some of the bitches, they use like 45 to 50 gigs of data in 2 days. And so now T-Mobile has raised my plan from $130 to, well, now it's about $300 a month. And even though I call and report it to T-Mobile, they won't stop them. They said, well, you don't have to worry, Miss Struble. We won't take your data away from you. I said, that's all you got to say? This is fraud. This is theft. You need to help me with this. And T-Mobile won't even help me with that. either. See, so I got so much evidence, it's sickening. Sickening. But again, the cops won't do anything, you guys. So please give me your vote on what you think I should do with my puke kid, because I'm really interested in your advice, guys, okay? Okay, hopefully I can make another video soon. Love ya, and thank you for all your time tonight. Bye-bye.